Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is doing good. और सबसे पहले तो ना चाहते हुए भी एक बोझ है और वो आई थिंक डिस्कस करके किसी हद तक हल्का कर लिया जाए कि जो अभी सान्या हुआ है पाकिस्तान में लाहौर से फ़्लाइट कराची आ रही थी एयरबस 320 PK303 और वो गिर के सारे मुसाफिर और crew members, all of them, about 90 people and 8 to 9 crew members, presumably all dead. So it's very painful. Allah Ta'ala उन सब की मग़फ़िरत करे, उनको गरीक़ हयात करे
आमीन।
और उनके दर्जात को बुलंद करे और सबको उनकी मग़फ़िरत फ़रमाए और उन लोगों की जो जिनके घरों पे ये तैयारा गिरा। अभी थोड़ी देर पहले अपने स्पीकर से मैं यही डिस्कस कर रहा था कि उन बेचारों का क्या कसूर था, लेकिन अल्लाह ताला के काम है, वही बेहतर जानता है। अल्लाह ताला उन सब की मग़फ़िरत करे और उनके लवाहिकीन को सब्र जमील अता करे। So on that painful note, let's start today's interview with Shaban Bhatt Sahab. Shaban is a seasoned HR practitioner having over 23 years of international cross-industry HR exposure and background of repeated success implementing best practices and innovating HR solutions in leading FMCG, retail, cellular, and financial institutions here in Pakistan, and now he's settled in Dubai. An established HR professional who thrives in fast-paced environments and performs well in a complex stakeholder environment. He brings with him an international gold standard approaches to HR management as well as the ability and open-mindedness to apply them against the unique reality of multicultural human capital. So floor dete hain Shaban Bhatt Saab ko, who's one of my colleagues, a very good friend from Karachi. Shaban Bhatt, a very warm welcome to you. The floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, Ali. Assalamu alaikum, viewers, and a very warm welcome to everybody. And as rightly Ali said, a very sad day for many of us and those who are going through that calamity. But Allah Ta'ala keeps everybody safe. I'll start my talk with things which have happened in the life of Shaban. Since it's a fail fest, so I'd like to contribute to you what all I have been through in the zeal to create a career for myself and in the endeavor to have successes in life. Now, frankly speaking, in everybody's life, and so in mine, our failures and successes start right from the start, since the day we start getting into school. Starting happens either you want to go in science or humanities. So if you're going for science and you're not able to do so, you end up in humanities. So that's a failure. Then you get into career. You want to become a doctor, you want to become an engineer, you turn out to be a HR manager. That's a failure. Now, this all happens to be the way you want to look upon it. Similar thing happens to me in my life. My dad wanted me to be a doctor, and I turned out to be a HR professional. From my dad's perspective, I've been a failure in life. But if I look upon my achievements, God has been kind. I've gained a lot professionally and personally both. So when I started my career initially, just to give you a little bit of background, I started as a management trainee in a petroleum company, a subsidiary of national refinery called Perak. There I joined, and in those days, payroll was being managed by finance. A very senior, seasoned finance manager used to look after. And I remember categorically that he used to do Lotus 1 to 3. All the pay slips, everything used to be happening on that. Most of you who are watching right now might not even be aware that there was something called Lotus. But yes, that's a crude reality of our times when I was young and when perhaps Ali was young. So when I started going to office and I started suggesting that, sir, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? So he used to look at me, with an eyebrow up, and what all he's going to tell me, the young lad out of school, and he's trying to teach me. Initially, it really put me down. But then I gathered myself. I kept on saying what I had to say. Eventually, I started making payslips on Lotus 123. I automated it, and payslips started going there. Everybody liked it, but he didn't like it because I did it, and he could not own it. Whereas he should have owned it, and he should have said that, yes, I got in this young lad, and he is doing this, and we are doing this. Nevertheless, so perhaps that was one of the successes and failures, because I got transferred to marketing department. He didn't want me in his department. And the only thing which he said was that he talks a lot, he doesn't listen to me. Nevertheless, so that's how the career started, with a failure. And soon I was out of Perak, and I was looking for a job. And I got a break in a bread manufacturer, a very leading brand of bread in Pakistan right now. I was one of the pioneers when I started that brand in one of the major cities of Pakistan. A young lad out of school, just a couple of years of experience, not even years, months of experience, and I was posted there to start up a bread company. There I was dealing with seasoned people like, the gurus of Roti Corporation of Pakistan. They were there. So I was held responsible to make to start the business and take it from the scratch. So struggled through to deal with senior people like those, and having no experience. But what I had with me was the zeal, the courage, the will, the unstoppable energy, and I went into the game. We launched the bread. It was one of the most successful launches in the history of that company, and I stayed there for a couple of years, and then I switched my career. Thereafter, I went into Instaphone, and I started working there as HR manager. Having worked there for about a year or so, all of a sudden, my dad fell ill, and he was hospitalized. I had to look after him. So my absence gave chance to somebody who was my junior, and he took over the department, and I was asked to leave. That was a very shocking thing. Now I could have just, stood back and cried over it, but I said, no, that's life. It's okay. You keep failing. As somebody said very nicely, I'd put it in the words that fail until you fail to fail. So you keep on failing, but the best part is that you should not stop trying. The moment you stop trying, that's the death. And as somebody rightly said, that great things never came from comfort zone. If we need to make it a success, if we want ourselves to be successful people, we have to keep on striving harder and harder and harder. So that's how my journey of life has been. I've been a very fortunate person in terms of my careers, that wheresoever I've gone, I've been able to do many things in life. And what all I have done so far, with a span of like.
Shaban, sorry to mention, we can't hear you properly. थोड़ा सा ऊंचा बोलेंगे आप?
Can you
We
hear me
lost
now?
you for a while.
Can you hear me now?
A little louder.
Can you hear me now?
बहुत हल्की हो गई आवाज for some reason.
That's
आपकी end
strange.
से.
How is it now?
Comparatively better.
Okay, I'll try to speak much louder. Okay?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. I can hear you
अच्छा.
very clearly.
आपकी आवाज हल्की हो गई है. थोड़ा सा ऊंचा बोलना. मे बी वो दोबारा से उसको निकाल के डालें तार को.
Is it okay now? Wait. How about it?
Comparatively better.
Okay, so let's start.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So what I was saying was that one must keep on trying. And as I say in one of my workshops when I conduct on successes that fail until you fail to fail. You know, that's the key. You must keep on going on and on and on till you make yourself available to a stage whereby people start asking that how did you do it. There are many instances in life which I can quote to you. One of the leading banks of Pakistan, God has been kind, I was working there, and at that point in time, I am honored to say that for the first time in the history of banking, I was the one to introduce ERP for HR. That is, the whole system was manual. So when I automated it, not only it started giving efficiencies in processes and systems, but efficiencies in people also. And God was so kind, I had the opportunity to implement it in 23 countries of the world. And Alhamdulillah, even today, that bank is using that system. So God was kind. I got the honor of certification from IBM and Oracle for implementing it so successfully. You would agree with me. It's a record. You can Google it. 60% of the ERPs are generally failures. Only 40% get implemented and are success. Now, there's nothing wrong in the software, but what is wrong is the implementation part. People are not consistent and they leave it in the middle of it. So, to my mind, to be successful in life, the first and foremost thing is that you need to have a positive mind. A negative mind will never ever give you a positive life. So, once you start working, you start walking on the journey of success in your career, in your personal life, just make sure that you have the right perspective towards it. Be positive, and things will start falling in your way. The last incident of my success, which I'm very proud to quote, and I quote it everywhere, is the recent example where I'm working right now. In this company, when I joined in 2013, the employee satisfaction percentage was only 67%. And by the grace of Almighty, we all worked very hard, and it's so dear to my heart that in 2019, when we did the Pulse survey, the satisfaction score of the company is 96%, and it is a world record in our world of the organization that 96% satisfaction has never ever been achieved in Coca-Cola. And it's not only a success for myself, pride for myself, but for the whole region and the organization as well. Now, how did we do it? Again, the key word is persistence, the will to do it, and never stopping attitude that no matter what, we gonna do it. You know, I still remember when somebody really said that underestimate me and that will be fun. So when you have that spirit, that mindset in your mind, that's where you become a fighter and you go against all odds and you make sure that your life becomes a success in every sense of the word. Now, success itself is a very vague and a very wide term, and it's a relative term as well. Whatever is success for me might be a failure for you, and likewise, vice versa. But the one thing which is very common is the mindset, the approach towards life. It is always going to pay back as long as you are careful, you are persistent, you are consistent, and you are positive. Think of a goal, go behind it, and it will happen. I guarantee you that. You know, most of the time we end up saying, oh my God, man, what the circumstances are, how difficult life is, nothing works in Pakistan or for that matter anywhere else. But I say, to hell with circumstances. I create opportunities. There's always an opportunity no matter what. For example, right now we are going through a very, very difficult situation and a crisis of life, which is a pandemic situation. In COVID, everybody is saying, oh, because of COVID because things are. But to my mind, what I say, this is an opportunity for us to introspect. This is opportunity for us to look forward. This is opportunity for us to plan. This is an opportunity, a golden opportunity for us to spend our time with our families, our kids, our parents, our brothers, sisters, for whom we never had time because we always were so much engaged and engrossed in our day-to-day lives that we just kept forgetting about these important things which have so much of intrinsic value in our lives. And collectively, if we all look upon this, we can build a better tomorrow, a community, a society which can give so much to life that it is unacceptable, unprecedented. Look at the stars, look at the sky, look at the waters, look at the climate. It is becoming so pure now because all the impurities are gone. The traffic is less, factories are not running, people are not on the street, we are not polluting, we are not adding to the pollution of the world. The birds are still singing, water is still running, flowers are still blooming, clouds are still there, rain is still pouring. What is not happening? The only thing which is not happening is what was not necessary. It was not necessary for us to go out all the time. It was not necessary for us to go and keep on dining outside. It was not necessary for us to keep on roaming late nights on the roads. It was not necessary for us to keep on doing things which were never ever of any value. All those things which had intrinsic value, extrinsic value, they are still happening. We are still living, we are still breathing, we are still eating. All the necessities of life are still there. So friends, colleagues, my countrymen, be positive. Look towards the sun and the shadows will fall behind. Life is beautiful. Life is full of life. Life is full of energy. Just tell yourself you can, and trust me, God willing, you will. Open for questions.
इंशाल्लाह. So और कोई मैसेज आप देना चाहते हैं यंगर जनरेशन को, खासतौर पे पाकिस्तान में आज की सिचुएशन में?
आज की सिचुएशन में, I think to the youngsters, as I said, but I'm going to repeat in a different manner, that to be successful, you have to have your heart in your work, in your business, whatever you are doing. And your work, your heart, your business in your heart. It's a connotation, a very beautiful connotation if you go into the depth of it, that you have to have your heart in your business and your business in your heart. That means that indulge yourself.
Yeah. Ownership.
Get yourself involved in it. Take ownership of anything and everything, no matter even if it's a failure, no matter if you're not been able to deliver as it was supposed to be delivered, no matter if you've not been able to succeed the first time, keep on doing it. You will succeed one day. You will manage it. You will get it done. Just keep on doing it. Do not stop. Do not stop. This is why I'm saying that indulge to an extent that you become integral part of your job.
ठीक है, I
You
think
know, the way it says that better an oops than what if, you know, the famous saying.
Great. Thank you very much for your sharing time with us, for your inspirational message to the younger people. And I think इसको short crisp रख के यहीं हम close करते हैं. There are not too many questions. अगर ये बाद में आते हैं तो you are on our FailFest page. You can answer those questions. I could answer them. Right?
I'll be very happy to do so. I'll be very happy to do so, Ali.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for sparing your time. You take care of yourself. Stay home. Stay safe.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sheikh Mohammed Ali signing off. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.